Welcome back, Earl Entertainment, baby. We're out here. Alright, so we get a top speed run. With that, we're probably gonna have to go down the road. Hey everybody, welcome back to Earl Entertainment. Very cool video for you guys today. It's on this Coleman B200R. It's a machine we picked up this weekend. There's a lot of important things for anybody who's going to buy one of these machines. You know, what you need to do when you first buy it, before you ride it, and you know, what these things are good at and what they're not good at. So we're going to go for a ride. We're going to go over all that with you. Stay tuned. So first things first, when you buy one of these machines, it was probably put together by some kid at Tractor Supply store. Assume that you're going to find a bunch of bolts that are loose. On this one, we indeed did. Check your tires. Make sure your tires are tight. Check all the bolts on the motor. Make sure all those bolts are tight. You got to fill it up with oil. It says 5W30. We use ATV oil that we get online. Seems to work pretty well. But make sure you go, you know, fill it up with oil. Check all your bolts. Make sure everything's tight. Now this is they call it the 200, but it's actually I think 196 cc. I'll say it's got plenty of power. You definitely don't want to buy this machine if you're looking for something to go fast on. It does do like 25 miles an hour. It goes pretty good, but it's not enjoyable at all at high speeds. It's real rough on you. You're gonna beat the hell out of yourself if you're planning on, you know, ripping this thing. So if you want something that's a nice, you know, slow cruiser, plenty of torque to get up some hills, then, you know, this is more in the park of what you'd want. Now this bike does have front suspension. It doesn't have rear suspension. Now operation of the machine, it's pretty straightforward. You've got your kill switch here, that's on, off. You've got a headlight switch here, on, off. You've got your choke here, and you've got your fuel here. Now they give you a little toolkit when you buy these bikes, and you're definitely going to want to bring that with you. You know, I'd recommend if you're leaving your property, if you're going out on the trails and on these things, I'd bring a backpack with, you know, 8mm, 10mm. I don't know what the wheels take, maybe a 14, you know, some bottles of water, you know, basic survival stuff, some snacks, because, you know, really there's not much to this bike, which is good in a way. When it comes to fixing it, it's going to be pretty easy, but it's also not the most reliable machine you've ever had. So keep that in mind. And you can see just from, I took this down the trails, we did run into our first issue. The spring or whatever was on this kickstand let go. That started dragging. Got a little bungee cord. It actually works pretty good because you can, you know, set the bike down, and then when you're ready to pick it up, it pulls right back. So I'll probably be bringing a couple extra bungee cords with me every time I run this, you know, off the property down the trails, just in case. You know, it's good to have. All right, enough talk. How about some action? Let's go for a ride. So we got the switch on, fuel's on. It does seem to fire up first pull, almost every time. Now, this bike's very torquey. I mean, it'll literally spin the tire. Watch this. So you really only want to just give it a little bit of gas and, you know, consistently. Oh, there's my cotter pin. I caught a pin for my trailer. I've been looking for that. Sweet. Now, you really just want to touch the throttle. Don't give it too much gas. You know, these bikes do go pretty fast, but it's not an enjoyable ride when you're going fast on these things. Without that rear suspension, it just is rough on the body. It's rough on the machine. These are really good for just cruising nice and slow, touching the throttle, you know. When you're coming around corners, very easy on it, or else you will go right sideways, tires spinning and flying around. Now, climbing hills, I found that really, it's torquey enough to just go up slow. You know, you try to rally it, and you're gonna be in for a quick ride. As far as wheelies, I haven't tried one yet, but let's go ahead and see what it's got. Well, that's half the fun of it. Now, with that being said, these little machines are pretty dangerous. That's the second time this thing's been dumped in probably 2 hours of riding it. Obviously, with the more experience you get on something like this, the less apt that would be to happen, as well as not doing stupid things like trying to do wheelies. But, you know, even just trying to cruise around, anybody inexperienced with a twist throttle, you know, lets that thing pin back and panic, you're gonna get hurt on this thing. So definitely not the safest machine, and I honestly would not recommend buying these for your kid. I'd recommend something more like a little 50 or a 90 four-wheeler. Much more controllable, much more stable, better suspension, more reliable. So definitely only for adults and you know, somebody who's gonna respect their skill set. Should we try another wheelie? I think so. Maybe this time we won't wreck it. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. I got some practice to do. Maybe we'll do a future video on some wheelies, but for now, I'd call that unsuccessful. speed run. With that, we're probably gonna have to go down the road. Anybody looking at buying one of these Coleman B200Rs, hopefully that this was good information for you. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more go fast stuff, wipeouts and wheelies and good stuff like that, subscribe, follow the channel, hit that like button. Till the next time, Earl Entertainment. Peace.